I'm Maya Santacruz, and I'm here interviewing Principal Tina Miller. So my first question for you are, what are the pros and cons of being a principal?
The pros and cons of being a principal, I will start with the pros. It's just working with students and getting to see them thrive and see what the next step of their lives are in their next chapter and what they inspire to be. The only con I could really think of right now would have been just being off campus for that year and a half and not being around the students and staff on campus.
Very true. Why did you want to become a principal?
I've always enjoyed school when I was younger. I actually had a difficult time in school as when I got older, and I ended up taking a break before I went to college. Went to college a little later, and it kind of reinvigorated my love for learning once again. And then I just thought, wow, I really wanted to be around students and be able to see students make it through their K-12 experience and hopefully help students not have those difficult challenges and or be a support for them or find supports and resources for them so that they are successful.
Amazing. And what is your daily routine here at Chaparral?
It's different every day. I have meetings, of course, set up on my calendar. Some are the same meetings weekly. Some are new. Some things just kind of come up, and you have to, respond and act quickly on things. And some things take a little bit more time. Some things are short. But then just getting out on campus, supervising during lunch, those are pretty, basic things that I do throughout the day. Communicating with students, communicating with teachers, communicating with parents.
Awesome. And what are some of your plans for renovating the school?
Well, we already began some things. We just fixed our school marquee. It hadn't been working for about 3 years or more, and so that's up and running. We put some signage around campus, like the one behind me, all the flag poles around the parking area, some in the gym, just at various areas around campus. So we started with simple things like that. We are currently in our modernization phase, and we have a committee looking at some of the things that we want to revamp in our school. So it's still in process, but we are definitely looking at what our needs are and then base it on our budget and what we can do with that.
Very cool. Well, how well is Chaparral set up with technology, and what do you think we need to add?
Well, we went pretty much to one this year. Students now have their own Chromebooks or they could bring their own device. So having the access to the technology since we've been back has definitely increased. And so teachers no longer have to wait to get the Chromebook cart and, have to lesson plan that way. So I think we're in a good place as far as that goes with student access. And we are still in trainings all the time. And I think the one improvement maybe we could still use is some of our subject matter areas have older smart boards. And some have the newer ones, which are much more larger and more clear for students to see. And some of them have the older, smaller ones. They're a little blurry. So it'd be nice to kind of upgrade those that have the older ones. That would be one thing I would like to increase. And then also just keep refreshing teacher computers because technology doesn't last very long, and so you always have to, refresh.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. How is school different now compared to when you were a student?
Well, I would have to say social media. I grew up, we didn't have social media. You just talked to the person face to face. Things didn't get out there really quickly, and so that would be something that I think I would have had a hard time dealing with growing up. And so I think in some ways I'm thankful for not having to deal with that as students are today. It is a good tool when used in the right way. Unfortunately, it's not always used in the right way, and so that is, I think, sometimes an added stressor for students. That's something I didn't have to deal with.
Of course. And who would you say your favorite teacher on campus is?
I'm going to have to plead the fifth because I don't know if I have a favorite, but I know I probably have to slip in Mr. Carlson just because he's part of filming me. But I really don't have an overall favorite. I think we have some amazing teachers on campus and staff, and they're all just have different strengths in different ways, and they all bring something to the table. So I think I enjoy a piece of what everyone brings to the table, so it's really hard to pick a favorite.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. And what school event encourages the most Puma pride in your opinion?
That is really difficult. It's really all of them. We just have so many things to offer, whether it's any type of extracurricular, athletics, our performing arts, all types of things. Our students have so many options to show their passion. And it's incredible. We have students who are in different CTE programs, VAPA, leadership, athletics. Many of our students are just not in one thing. They have so many talents that they're in multiple things. It'd really be hard to just pick one.
Of course. And how do you think that COVID-19 has affected our current students?
I think just affecting students, getting back into the school year has been difficult. It's almost like we had to build up our stamina of how to be students and teachers and educators on campus. Being gone for a while, I think it kind of changed our habits a little bit. And we were used to doing things from our homes or in our bedrooms and kind of relaxing, and now we have to do school again, and it's difficult. It's relearning those habits. It's not as easy as we think it would be, but I think that's been the difficult thing, is just getting back into the groove of things. But it's awesome to see kids on campus for sure.
Very true. And what advice do you have for incoming freshmen?
Just get involved, be a part of the school, be a part of the school culture in a positive way. Join extracurricular activities, do well in school. So you want to blend your academics and being successful with your academics as well as being involved outside of school. Really gives you that connection. And middle school students, there's just so much more to do here at high school than there is at middle school campus. Teachers really put that, just go over and beyond being coaches, being club advisors, being mentors outside of the classroom. So they really spend a lot of that extra time. There's so many options. You almost can't avoid being involved in something outside of class.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And is there anything else you want the school to know about yourself?
I'm just happy to be back this year in person and love seeing all the students, and looking forward to making it through the end of the year. Just following all our traditions that we usually do, that we didn't get to do in the last year and a half, and maybe even adding some more. So I'm just really excited. It's great to see kids back, excited to be here, and staff as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for your time, Miss Miller. This has been Maya for the Puma News Network, signing off.